So we're now doing stage 2 of the pre-exercise screening. So Julia, because you're born in 97, that makes you 18 this year, is that right?
Yep.
And female. So there's no risk factors there because as a female you're not over 55. Now, do you have any family history of heart disease, whether it's mum, dad, brother or sister? No, excellent. Nothing there either. And you don't smoke?
No.
Never smoked?
Nope.
Good. No risk factors there. And how much exercise do you do at the moment?
Say, how many days a week? Or
Yeah, so your frequency you're looking at days per week and then how many minutes per week as well. I can calculate that for you though.
I haven't been doing any exercise actually. Probably once or twice a week.
Once or twice a week? And would you say that it's light, moderate or vigorous?
Moderate.
Moderate. So we'll say twice per week. And how long do you go for? You said for about half an hour?
Yeah, half an hour.
Half an hour.
Yeah.
I know you play netball as well, don't you?
Yeah.
That goes for 60 minutes?
Yep.
So if I said 30 to 60 minutes, that'd be okay?
Yep.
Okay. 30 to 60. Now, because that is less than 150 minutes per week, that does add a bit of a risk factor there. Now, we're going to go inside in just a moment just to look at your height and weight. But I'll answer these ones first. Have you ever been told that you have high blood pressure? Ever been told that you have high cholesterol? And you, have you been told that you have high blood sugar?
No.
Okay, we'll come back to the height and weight in a moment. Have you spent any time in hospital for any medical condition?
No.
Are you currently taking any medications? No. And you've not given birth in the last 12 months, and you're not currently pregnant?
I sure hope not.
Okay. And you've already said no to muscle and bone or joint soreness. Okay, so that's all that part of stage 2. Now we will just go inside to do a height measurement, and we're going to do a weight measurement as well, so that I can have a look at your BMI. Okay, so we're just going to, if you'd like to come around here and we'll do weight first. So just stand on the scales there for me, they'll turn on just as you stand on. And we have 71.3. And height, if you just come in.
What?
Okay, so Julia's standing up tall, feet flat against the floor and against the wall. Well done. Now I'm just going to put this on top of your head. And yeah, you can come and stand out of that. So we are looking at 166 centimetres. Excellent. Okay, so Julia, I have got your height at 166 centimetres. I have your weight at 71.3. So what I've done here is I've got your weight, 71.3, divided by your height in metres squared, and that's come up with your BMI, which is 25.9. So I'm going to write that down, 25.9. And because it's under the 30 kilograms per metre squared, which is a BMI reading of obese, we don't have a risk factor there, which is good. So we've just got that one risk factor because of the amount of exercise you do per week, which is a total of 1, and that makes you a low risk client, which we have already identified to us, which is really good. Alright, now we're looking at your profile. So we're looking at your short and long term goals. So if I can get you to tell me 2 short term goals, something that you're wanting to achieve in the next, say, 8 to 12 weeks, and then 2 long term goals, look perhaps maybe the end of this year.
Probably
How about if I give you some ideas, perhaps we're looking at weight loss. I know that you're playing netball, so perhaps you want to increase your fitness for netball. Are you looking at doing, I know there's a half marathon coming up. Just pick something that you feel you want to achieve personally for your fitness.
Okay, well, I actually want to get fitter, so I want to improve my fitness and
Yep.
yeah.
So improve fitness, and the way we would scale that would be to be able to last a full game on the netball court. Improve fitness to 60 minutes. Netball. Okay, so that's one short-term goal. Yep.
And yeah, I want.
That's right. How about we come back to that one?
Yeah.
All right. So currently doing netball once a week for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Or up to 60 minutes. Up to 60 minutes. And did you say you were exercising again one other time a week? What is it that you were doing there?
I just go for walks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how long does that last?
Half an hour.
Okay. So still a low risk. So far, no limitations have been identified, so we don't need to refer you on to any other health professionals. How do you spend the majority of your day?
I currently just left school and I don't have a job yet, so yeah.
Okay, so just staying at home?
Yeah, just stay at home.
So you could say that you have got plenty of time during the day to commit to exercise.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any exercise preferences? Do you, for example, like to exercise indoors or outdoors? Do you prefer cardio or do you prefer weights? What are your preferences?
I like it indoors because this place is so hot.
Okay.
Yeah, the sun.
Indoor due to heat. Okay, and when you do, I can see that you go for walks and you like playing netball, so you're probably more likely to be enjoying the cardio. Do you do any weights at all?
No.
No? Okay. So you enjoy the cardio at the moment. Perhaps to increase your motivation, we could include some resistance training, but I'll put in here that you do enjoy doing the cardio. Thought of any goals yet? No? I'll leave that there just so you can have that in the back of your mind while we do that. We'll come back to that last if you like. Now, because you've identified that you do your netball and your walking, you don't spend much time in the gym, so I'm actually going to put you down as a beginner, and that is simply because with regards to the exercises that you do, they're not at an intermediate or advanced level. They are just what a beginner would do. So when we go to create your exercise program, we would start you at a beginner level and work your way up to intermediate and then to advanced if you do get there. So it's basic fitness. Now, this question here, it says, what is your current stage of readiness to make a behaviour change? I am probably looking at you as at a pre-contemplation stage, so you're thinking about making a change. You're not really quite sure what your goals are just yet. They're not quite specific, but you know you do want to make a change. You want to start committing to that exercise. So I'm going to put you down as pre-contemplation, which is really good because it means you can only go up from here. Okay? Okay, perceived barriers to exercise. What do you think is or has a negative effect on your ability to exercise?
Motivation.
Motivation?
Yeah.
So you're currently lacking that at the moment?
Yeah.
And I heard you said before that you like exercising indoors because it's quite hot. So the heat gets to you as well?
Yeah.
We are in a rural community and it is really, really warm out here. So we're looking at in excess of 40 degrees most days. It does not promote outside exercise. Okay. So now we're looking at here some positive things that are really going to help you to commit to your program. So if I can provide one example, you said that you're currently at home, you're not employed, so you do have a lot of time to commit to this. So I'll put that one down. Okay. And can you think of anything else that is a positive influence that will help you to commit to an exercise regime? Do you have, say, a supportive family?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you have a lot of kids in, like a lot of brothers, sisters, mum, dad, are they involved in a lot of exercise as well?
Yes, they play a lot of sport.
Okay. So, supportive family. And that's really important, especially while being at home. It's important to have a supportive family so that when you are trying to commit to that exercise, they understand why. So, they do understand the importance of exercise. It says here, what days and times are you available to exercise? If I put down, say, 5 days a week, is that appropriate? Are you available on those 5 days? I'm not saying you need to exercise on those 5 days, but you are available, we'll say Monday to Friday. That way we can give you the weekends to sort of relax and recoup.
Yep.
So weekdays. And what time would you prefer exercising?
In the morning when it's less hot.
Morning. And how long do you think you could commit to exercise on those mornings? Would you like to start at, say, 30 minutes? Yeah. Start at 30 and then we'll progressively increase. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to these goals. I'm going to really try and help you to nut out what goals you're wanting to achieve.
Yeah.
So we currently have improved fitness to last the full 60 minutes of netball. Anything else specific that you're wanting to achieve in the next 12 weeks or so?
I do want to lose more weight.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know how much weight you'd like to lose? Or what's your goal weight?
65.
Okay. 65 kilos. Now, the appropriate or healthy weight loss is half a kilo to a kilo a week. Now, that's only 6 kilos that you're wanting to lose, and it can be quite hard to lose just 5 or 6 kilos. Now, because your fitness level is, it's nothing high, so we're looking at improving that cardio fitness. It's really going to help to lose that weight because the cardio does promote weight loss. You might find it quite easy to lose the first couple of kilos, and then it's going to get harder from there on because your fitness will have increased. You're going to have to push you harder as you do increase in that fitness level. So what that means is your programs will progressively get harder as you improve. Okay. All right? Yep. Long-term goals, so what are you wanting to achieve sort of over the 6-month period?
Probably being able to maintain
my
fitness levels and
of fitness, okay. And how do you think we'd measure that?
like whether I'm gaining weight or...
Okay, so we're looking at the weight. Yeah. Weight maintenance.
And my performance in netball.
And performance in netball. Are you wanting to go further with your netball? Like, are you trying out for rep or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, I would say that if you are capable of keeping up with the athletes that are already in the representative team, that would be a really good indication of your fitness having improved.
Okay.
So keeping up with rep athletes. Fantastic. Well, there's some really good goals there. Now, what I'm going to try and do is, because you have a lack of motivation at the moment, we're really going to create some exercises that are specific to those goals, because that is what you're wanting to achieve, and that's what's going to motivate you to continue to do exercise. That's what we're going to be focusing on. So when I do create those programs, and when we go to do those programs, I will tell you that these specific exercises will help you to get better at netball or to last longer at netball. Okay? Alright, now we are going to do some girth measurements. Now we've already done height, that's 166 centimetres, weight was 71.3, and the BMI was 25.9, thank you. and that's under the 30, so that is at a healthy rate. Now we are going to do some girth measurements. What this does is provide an indication of the amount of fat distribution around the body. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 measurements there. Chest, waist at the belly button level. We're going to do the hips at the widest part of the glutes, the thighs, so that's just at the highest part of the thighs there, and the arms as well. And then we'll do a waist to hip ratio calculation, and you'll be done for today. So what we can do is, as we progress through your programs, we can continue to do these girth measurements and find out where the fat is coming from. So as you do lose that weight, we can do those measurements and see where the centimetres are coming off. Okay. So if you'd just like to stand up for me, we'll do these measurements and then you'll be done for today. Okay, so if I can get you to stand up and arms out, I'll be doing the chest first. I'm just going to make sure that this is straight around the back. Now you're going to feel me hold this firmly, but it will not be too tight. And I'll be writing these down in centimetres. That's 85. Now they don't mean too much at the moment, but when we have the chance to compare, that's when these measurements will mean something. So I'm at the belly button level now, and you'll feel me pull it in firmly but not tight. I'm just trying to get in over this shirt as well. No, that's okay. I've got 82.5. Okay, if you can face that way for me and feet firmly together, I'm just going to do the widest part of the hips. And we have 104. Okay, I'm now going to do the thighs. So what I'm going to do is come right up to where the glutes meet the thighs. So standing shoulder width apart for me. We'll do the right leg first and then I'll do the left leg. Okay, so we've got 63 on the right leg. Just turn around and face that way for me. 63. And this will actually show me if there's any discrepancies between the legs. 63, and left leg is 62. Okay, 62, 63. And we're going to do the arm now. So what I'm going to do is, hand on hip for me, I'm going to roll up the sleeves, and I'm going to do the widest part of the bicep here. Now, no flexing. Okay, so right arm we're looking at 28.5, and we'll just do the same on the left arm. 28.5 and 28. 28. Alrighty, that's all there. So if you'd like to take a seat for me now, we're just going to do a waist to hip ratio. So waist is 82.5 to hip ratio 104 is 0. I'm going to round it up. It says 0.79, so I'll round up to 0.8. Now, because that's under 1, that is healthy for females. Okay. So like I said, these don't mean much just at the moment, but when we have a chance to compare them to our next lot of measurements, that's when we'll see the changes and where the fat is coming off as we get through that exercise. So we've just done our fitness appraisal with Julia. We have done height and weight measurements and calculated her BMI, and we've done her girth measurements there. She has been assessed as a low-risk client, so we will be starting exercise as soon as possible.